Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and today I want to show you how to make the web developer granny square. So I call this as a web developer granny square because of this particular layout. Looks like a spider and it looks like a web. So I made it in 3 by 3 squares. So it looks like a sudoku boxes, and I think that is one of the characteristic of a web developer. So they think in logic. So this is I think best represent this pattern. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So before we start, I want to show you how it looks on 1 multiple of 12 plus 3 plus 2 for the base chain. As you can see, the multiple of 12 is up to here. So without these 3 sets of double crochet here. So this is the pattern. So this is a multiple of 12. And then we add the 3 stitches towards the end and then plus 2 to create our first double crochet. So that's the plus 2 in the base chain. So the web developer granny square is having 3 sets of 12 plus 3 plus 2. So for this pattern, we're going to chain 36 plus 3 plus 2. And we're going to do it now. So for this tutorial, I will be using the Women's Institute premium acrylic yarn. So this is DK yarn. And the color is light purple. So it's recommended to use 4mm crochet hook. And I'm going to try my new crochet hook from row 1. So let's see how it goes. So to begin, I'm going to make a slip knot. And then I'm going to chain 36. So now I have 36 chains. I'm going to add 3 more. And then plus 2 for the base chain. And so to begin, our first row into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Into the back ridge, make a double crochet. Make a double crochet into the next chain. And into the next chain. And all the way across. So we should have 39 double crochets, including the chain 3 here that we skipped. So making a stitch into the back ridge of the chain takes a lot of practice. If you are a beginner, it could be a struggle. but once you learn about your tension, it will be easier. Okay, I'm on the last stitch here, so make sure you have 39 double crochets. So because each square has 12 plus 3, that will give us 39 altogether. So this is our first row. Begin the second row, chain 3. So this will be counted as our first double crochet. So we're going to skip the very first stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch and into the next stitch. So some people will try a different approach on how to eliminate the space here, but I don't mind chaining 3. So if you chain 3 like this, your turning chain will be like this look, and on both sides. So since there is a pattern on those holes there, I don't mind, and I'm going to make a border and it will totally hide it anyways. So now I've got 3 double crochets here. I'm going to chain 3 and then I'm going to skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch I'm going to make a treble crochet. So that's a yarn over twice, and then insert your hook into the next stitch, make a treble crochet, then skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch make another treble crochet, so I am using US terms here, so this is what I know, and you can swap it with the UK terms if you are used to. So on the next stitch I'm going to skip it, and into the next make another treble crochet, and we're going to do that one more time. So I'm going to skip the next stitch, and into the next make a treble crochet, so this is how it looks so far. It's not a line at the moment. So now chain 3. So we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch make a double crochet, and the same with the next 2 stitches. From here to the beginning is the 1 multiple, and we are creating the second multiple. To continue, chain 3, skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch make a treble crochet, and then make a treble crochet again into the second stitch here. So we're going to skip this one and then treble crochet into the next one, And we're going to do it again 2 more times. So skip the next stitch and treble crochet into the next. And 1 more time. And then chain 3. So this is the second multiple now. So we are going to begin the third one. So I'm going to skip the next stitch here and into the next. I'm going to make a double crochet. And into the next 2 stitches. So I'm going to repeat this 1 more time. So chain 3, skip the next stitch and a treble crochet into the next stitch. And treble crochet, skip the next stitch and into the next, make a treble crochet. Skip the next stitch and into the next, make a treble crochet. And 1 more time. Now we have made 4 treble crochet. I'm going to chain 3. So I'm going to skip the next stitch here and into the next, make a double crochet and into the next. And remember, the turning chain is part of the stitch, so make a double crochet into the 3rd chain here. And make sure you take 2 loops to avoid too much holes at the end. So as you can see, the turning chain is not that bad. This is our 2nd row here. And to continue with the 3rd row, chain 3 and then turn and into the next 2 stitches, make a double crochet on each of them. That's 1 and that's 2. Then chain 3. On top of the 4 treble crochets, make 1 single crochet each. So first this one, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet and into the next 2 stitches. And then chain 3. And then on top of the double crochets, make 1 double crochet each. That's 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to repeat that all the way across. So chain 3 first. So 1 single crochet in each of the treble crochet here. chain 3, we're going to skip the chain 3 space and into the next 3 stitches make 1 double crochet each. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3. So we got one more repeat here, chain 3, 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 treble crochets, chain 3, and then 3 double crochets. It's 1, 2, and that's 3. So to avoid making too much holes like this, try to take 2 loops on the 3rd chain. You can see it's not that wide, it's quite acceptable. So the 3rd row we need to repeat 2 more times. You can see here, let's take a look. You can see this is where we've been here. So this is where we are, and we need to repeat the 3rd row 2 more times, 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to repeat this row that we have just done 2 more times. So that's chain 3, and then turn, skip the first stitch and make 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Chain 3, and into the top of the single crochets make 1 single crochet each. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going to chain 3, and into the top of the 3 double crochets make 1 double crochets each. And this is how it looks so far. And I'm going to continue on. So I'm going to finish this row and make another row of the same pattern on the next row. And going to chain 3 and repeat the same row all over again for the last time. So this is our 5th row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to continue with the 6th row, which is the opposite of this one. So I'm going to show you that now. Okay. So first I'm going to chain 3 and then turn, and the usual edges, so 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So we are going to skip this one and then make another one into the next. Now I'm just going to chain 1. You can see here the chain 1 will represent the skip stitch here. So we are going to do the exact opposite of this 2nd row. So I chain 1 and then 1 treble crochet into the top of the first single crochet here. Then chain 1 and then make another treble crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, make another treble crochet into the next stitch, and one more, chain 1 and another treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 and then make your first double crochet into the next double crochet stitch here on top of it. So as you can see, we have completed one spider web, as we may call it. And then make a double crochet into the next and into the next. So you can see the 3 sets of double crochet is making the wall between the spiders or the web. Okay, so on the next part here, we're going to repeat the same way as we did. So remember, on this row, we only chain 1. Then make a treble crochet into the top of the first single crochet. Chain 1, make another treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1. So make sure you chain 1 here, and you shouldn't miss this chain space, as you're going to struggle with the next row. So chain 1 again and make another treble crochet here. So this row is composed of lots of chain 1 spaces. So we're going to skip the space here, the chain 3 space, and make a double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Okay, you have made the second web here. And I'm going to make the last one. Chain 1 make a treble crochet into the first single crochet, chain 1, make a treble crochet into the next single crochet, chain 1, and make a treble crochet into the next stitch, and chain 1 again, and one last treble crochet, chain 1, and we've got our last 3 double crochets towards the end. And there you are, one last double crochets on top of the chain 3. So this is our first row, complete row of the web developer square. And we'll need to create 2 more times of this. As you can see, the next row will be sets a row of double crochets, and I'm going to show you how I make the double crochets on this part. And we're going to repeat the pattern, and we should end our row with a row of double crochets. And so I'm going to show you how I make the row of double crochets. Here I have a special instructions. To begin, I'm going to chain 3 first. So as usual, I'm going to skip the first stitch and make a double crochet into the next stitch and into the next. So making a double crochet into the chain 1 space, make sure you make the double crochet into the chain 1 stitch. So not underneath, not into the space like this, but into the stitch itself. So make sure you take 2 loops and make the double crochets. As you can see, let me show you closer. So the double crochet is not in the space here. So we're going to do that again after this, after the treble crochet is here. So we make a double crochet normal. So now we are here into the next chain 1 space. So we're not going to make the stitch here on the space, but into the stitch. So what I do to take the 2 loops on top, you can see the top of the chain here. I insert my hook like this and target the back ridge of that chain, and then insert it back in, and there you have it. You had the 2 top loops of that chain. And then yarn over and pull up a loop and proceed with the double crochet. So let's try it again. So here we go again, as you can see. make sure you take the 2 loops of that chain. I'll show you. As you can see, it looks seamless, so it's hard to tell where the stitch started, as you can see here. So what I'm going to show you the difference by doing this. I'm going to make 1 row of making a double crochet into the chain 1 space itself. So we should have 39 stitches each time we make a row. So for this section, I'm going to make the double crochets into the space. I know it's easy to do that. But so this is how it looks. Let me focus my camera. But it looks better if you done it this way. So that means I will need to repeat this part. So I'm going to continue this row, and I'm going to show you when I finish towards the end. So sometimes it's hard to insert your hook into the chain itself, so that's why you need to target the back ridge. Pull it with your hook and then insert it back in. As you can see, we have got the 2 loops here. So there we have it, and we're going to repeat that 2 more times, and I'll see you back then. So here is the final results. You can see where the double crochet is where the front of this pattern, and this is the back, so you will actually be able to see the difference. The back of the double crochet is a little bit bumpy at the base, and this is the front. So my plan is to connect double crochets my plan is to connect them like this, so you can use this end here as the reference that this is on the left side. This one is on the left side as well, so that means they are facing together. So there may be some discrepancy. As you can see, the purple is a little bit high, but you can pull this a little bit just to align the square and make the edges from here. So I have made a couple of colors, you can see here. So that's 3 colors, 4 colors, and I've got another one here. 5 colors, but there's going to be 6 because I'm going to add the cream one, and then I'm going to use the cream one to stitch them together, and I'm going to show that on the next tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.